More important. What is your takeaway? Why Kripa complex is not a good place?
Complex is very good.
It's a complex.
No.
Not simple.
Besides, we have a lake.
I know.
Sapluda lake. About the maturity ought to be shown.
If you are 30, behave like 40. What is your age? 19. Behave like 29. Understood? Automatically people will respect you. Your ways will be like that. My elder brothers also respect me a lot. When I go to my house for a family program, as I enter, many people will, all of them are elder to me.
But I think there is a difference. When you are 60, you want to.
But he is, that lecture I will give later to him. That is only for ladies. When they up to 60, they will reduce the age. After 60, they will increase and tell. That's another way.
We have to consider age more than yours when you want to learn something.
Yeah.
Learn and enjoy. Not an enjoy.
Age is a feeling actually. As long as you can enjoy beauty, you are not old. Physically you may be old, but you can enjoy, right?
And the other thing is that when you are learning, you should not think of what you will get from that.
Yeah. It will some.
Automatically it comes. Once you complete learning, you get base how to use that knowledge.
What else? Only one point. What did you get? Yeah. Introduce yourself. They were all introduced.
Yeah, my name is Sandeep Deshmukh. I stay in Vishnupur Extension College, Malkashgiri. I work as a program manager at Intense Technologies.
Okay.
I am native from Kalburgi, Karnataka.
Good.
Staying here since 16, 17 years. And thank you much, sir. The key takeout, what I like or I would like to take out is being busy in good things. Recently, I am disturbed. I lost my mother before some 8-9 months. And also, I have to stay at home. My wife cannot handle home, and I have 2 children. So sometimes when I get free, I remember my mother and I get emotional. So maybe this point will help me to come out of that emotion. Anyways, I will be in touch.
My guru, when I lost my mother, my father I lost when I was 4 years old.
Yes.
So I am so dependent on mother. When I lost my mother, I called my guru. So you know what he said? Now you are a matured man. As long as you have mother, you are a small bacha.
Yes.
Now you cannot behave like a small kid.
Yes,
That's what he
yeah,
said.
yeah, yeah. Comparatively, I am more responsible.
You are the eldest or the youngest?
I am eldest. I have one younger sister. We are only 2.
She settled or not settled?
No, I am only son. And I have one sister.
She is settled or not settled?
He is my cousin. Yeah, she is settled.
Okay.
Yeah. She is married and she stays.
Father?
I lost him when I was 9-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's only my mother who grown up.
For me, I lost my father when I was 4 years old. That too in an accident. But I was also there. So, a few years after that, it just becomes.
Once again, sometimes what happens when you go to your father or do your support. I lost my father when I was in the degree. Second year.
Continuous problems వస్తున్నాయి నాకు morale down
Degree was not too good.
You need a good company.
So when you are
Sathsang.
long stop problems.
Social.
Yeah,
you learn how to solve it. How to get your once again your career.
If you think it's a problem, it's a problem. If you don't think it's a problem, not a problem. No? Sometimes what happens is you are in a, I have got a beautiful poetry in which it says, a pupa and larva should realize I am going to a butterfly. Otherwise, even after becoming butterfly, it will move like pupal. Correct. So, your dasha would have changed in astrology. Your dasha would have changed, but your character don't change. You don't realize. You are still in the same mood. Somebody has to be there beside you. Basically, people are human being, social being. If both character is there, any problem is not a problem. You can say no problem. If you are not these, a very small problem becomes a big problem. It is not that Dr. TPS have no disease. If I want, I can get lot of diseases. Because illness is there. But no.
Mixed
Not
fruit.
required. So I don't take it as my illness. When I take illness as mine, it becomes disease.
I will give you a beautiful example. Remember that. When I got paralysis.
Beautiful example.
Huh?
Beautiful example. His life is an example.
I'm on a bedridden. He is there. I think Prabhakas is there and I'm bedridden. My family is in trouble. So I don't have any other goal. I have to wake up, support it. Then that's the inspiration. Within 4-5 months, I am able to stand. I think we went to.
Actually, we have seen lot of change within 10 days. The first visit and second visit was on the 11th day. So we have seen a lot of changes in it.
Sharira manaso yoga paraspara manuvrajeta adhara adheya bhavena taptajya kadayoriva. The body and the mind is such related, you think you can do it, you can do it.
Well, there is no option. In the life, you should not have an option. You have to survive. You have to fight back. Last time Harsha said, you are a fighter. You have to fight. Once you fight, automatically things will come under control.
Sir, though I joined late, I am Harsha. I work as a lead architect for a IT company. I take care of entire APAC. So, sir has told me.
Which company is that?
Electronics, it's a Netherlands-based company, one of the oldest companies. We sold privately first time electricity in the world. So, I take care of entire IT architecture for customers. So, though I joined late, the key takeaways, at least some few points. What I understood is one is flow as a water, be flexible. And the other one is just don't be rigid. Okay, and little what I understood is that follow your heart to an extent. That's what I could understand.
Don't ever do something which will make you to say, oh, I should not have done it. Then your more time will go in thinking about yourself, what mistake you have done. Good, wonderful. That's great.
So how we are going to learn if we don't do a mistake?
You need, see, that is a bad proverb. Most of the old proverbs are not applicable. Some philosopher feels, I am a philosopher, I give a lot of lectures on philosophy. That has got only a very special occasion for that purpose. It is not true all the time. Okay. You can do many things without mistakes also, right? Why do you want always mistakes? Mistakes only make you, that's the first step. That means you can not jump to the second step or what? Familiarity breeds contempt. Do you think, what's your name?
Srivardhan.
Srivardhan, when you speak to me more number of years, you will become my enemy or what? You will start hating me. That some husband and wife would have told, familiarity breeds contempt. That means everybody is not like that, right? Correct. You can be happy as long as, see, now the things have changed. Familiarity breeds love. Many people combinedly work, they get married after some time, you can see, right? Those days it was not there. It changed.
Adjustments. What they adjust.
Don't adjust. I am free, you are free. When my freedom is curtailed, then I am adjusting, right? Understood? Are you getting what I am saying? I am comfortable. Assume that I go to somebody's house I may not have the same bed as I am enjoying in my house. When I go to a 5-star hotel, I have a bigger. See, I am sure none of our house is better than a 5-star hotel, right? But when we go to 5-star hotel also, we will find some complaint there, right? Why?
After 3-4 days, we want to go to work.
Ah, understood. See, that is because we have freedom there. At my house, I don't have freedom. I can speak anything here, but probably same thing I cannot speak to another friend or another relative or another boy or a girl, right? So where, when, what, why, whom, in front of whom I am doing matters. That's the freedom. Freedom is always not a blank check. It has lot of star marks. I cannot do it. Freedom doesn't mean I can do anything in front of anybody, right? Hugging somebody is not bad, but hugging somebody in a wrong place is bad. Got it? So many are there which has to be understood. So freedom with a star mark. If that is there, we know how to adjust. I may sleep when we go to train. Don't we sleep? When the train is late, don't we sit and sleep? That doesn't mean I know the situation is that which I have to contain myself, and I am happy with that because I have no alternative. The freedom is I am using all alternatives. Yeah.
When we do something, so it's always like you have a gray shade. If I do something good, it might be good, not good for somebody else. And like they may have other perspective, and they may point out which I couldn't even think of. So how is the good and bad judged?
That is what just now I told. Where, when, why, who, how. Everything determines good or bad, right and wrong, dharma, adharma, no, illicit or licit.
Yeah, but the perspective changed now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. See, as long as it has got only a short life, just ignore it. If the consequence is too much only, you should not ignore, right? If it is only short and somebody is scolding you, somebody is telling you something, just ignore it.
No, like if somebody would say it's a great movie, but when I watch it, I don't feel like it's a great movie. But when I would say, yeah, it was good. Like it's according to their perspective.
Yeah.
Like I'm not watching for myself. I'm watching what they have experienced. I wanted their experience.
That is what I said. So if there is something good, something bad, in which perspective I am looking, it matters. Okay, killing somebody, an innocent fellow, is good or bad?
Yeah, but there is no universal.
No, tell me. Good, an innocent fellow is killing an innocent fellow. Good or bad? It depends on where are you doing it. If I am a Pakistani soldier and there is an Indian soldier, they are on the border. Both are innocent, but they are supposed to do a job, right? Telling lies or good or bad? I am an advocate. I have LLB, Osman University. Somebody comes and says that no, I have done this crime. Yeah, don't worry, I will save you. Good or bad? So ethics, dharma. Dharma has got different individual ethics. I have got my own, I have to make my happy. But my happiness should not disturb my family. So there is a Kudumba Dharma. Okay. After Kudumba Dharma, I have a society Dharma. He can play music, nothing wrong. But that music should not disturb the neighbor. As long as within this, husband and wife both are enjoying, nobody else is at home, you dance with that, no problem. But don't disturb the other fellow. But you have another son studying, you should also ask him, shall I play the music and dance? Do you have any objection? No? So our dharma is keep on changing. As a nation, I have a dharma. My dharma is what? Whoever crossed the border, I should shoot him. He may not have done any mistake, but my dharma is that. As a police, I am supposed to beat somebody when my boss says beat him. Don't ask why should I beat, he is innocent. Proof will come later only. My job is that only, right? You are a surgeon. You are supposed to cut somebody's heart. Cutting somebody's heart, surgeon doing when it is corrected. I am doing it's wrong. Correct. So it all depends on where, when, why, how, in front of whom, for what purpose. All that determines what is dharma, what is adharma. Got it?
ఇప్పుడు దీనికి డైరెక్ట్గా కాకపోయినా కూడా ఇండైరెక్ట్గా నేను రెండు అనెక్డోట్స్ చెప్తాను. దిస్ ఈస్ రిలేటెడ్ టు సినిమా యాక్టర్ ఎన్టీ రామారావు. ఎన్టీ రామారావు ఈజ్ గ్రేట్ యాక్టర్, బట్ హిస్ లైఫ్ ఈస్ ఫుల్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రగుల్స్. అతని జీవితంలో చాలా జీవి సత్యాలు ఉన్నాయి. ఒకసారి ఆరుద్ర అనే సినిమా రైటర్ ఉన్నాడు, పాటలు రాస్తున్నాడు. అతని మిస్సెస్ కె రామలక్ష్మి, ఆమె కమ్యూనిస్ట్ మెంటాలిటీ ఉన్నది, దేని కూడా ఒప్పుకోదు, ఒక రకంగా ఒప్పుకోదు. ఇవన్నీ ఆరుద్రుడు కూడా ఒప్పుకోదు. వాళ్ళ ఇంటి వెనుకలే ఉండేవాడు. రామారావుకు ఆరుద్ర పాటలు రాసేవాడు కాదు. ఎందుకంటే ఆరుద్ర పాటలు రాసిన అంటే రామారావు ఇది ఎందుకు రాసినావు, అది ఎందుకు రాసినా ఇంక బస్సులో వేసేవాడు. అందుకని ఆరుద్ర సార్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ నాట్ టు రైట్. కానీ ప్రతిరోజు వెళ్ళేవాడు, ప్రతిరోజు కాకినో టీనో తాగాడు. ఒకసారి రామలక్ష్మి అడిగింది, రామారావు నీకు ఇంత మంచి పేరు ఉంది కదా, చాలామంది నిన్ను క్రిటిసైజ్ చేస్తున్నారు, నువ్వు అది చేయలేదు ఇది చేయలేదు అని చేస్తున్నారు, కొద్ది కరెక్ట్ యాక్షన్స్ తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా అని చెప్పేసి అడిగింది. అప్పుడు రామారావు చెప్తున్నాడంట, ఏ మనిషి అయినా సరే ఏమన్నా చేసినాడంటే ఎవరు యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయరు. కనీసం 60-70% వరకే చేస్తారు, మిగిలిన 30% నువ్వు ఏం చేసినా కూడా వాళ్ళు ఒప్పుకోరు. నేను ఎందుకు వాళ్ళ వెనకబడాలి? నా నటన నాకు లేదు అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఎప్పుడు నచ్చదు, అంతే. వాళ్ళు హ్యావ్ టేకెన్ ఎ డిసిషన్. నేను ఈ 60% ఇంకా ఎక్కువ ఎంత చూపిస్తానని చెప్పేసి నేను ట్రై చేసుకోవాలి, నేను అదే ట్రై చేస్తాను, అంతే. ఆటోమేటిక్గా వాళ్ళు సాటిస్ఫైడ్ అంటే 30% నుండి ఇంకో 10% ఇక్కడికి వస్తారు అని అలాగే చెప్పినాడు. ఇంకొకటి ఏం చేస్తున్నాడంటే సీతారామ కళ్యాణ్ సినిమాలో ఆ కేవీ రెడ్డి గారికి ఇచ్చేసి, గురువు గారు నాకు ఒక సినిమా డైరెక్ట్ చేసి పెట్టాలి అన్నాడు. సీతారామ కళ్యాణ్ కథ అంతా చెప్పినాడు. కేవీ రెడ్డి గారు ఉన్నారు, చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు, మంచి యాక్టర్ అది అని చెప్పేసి. చివరికి దట్ సాid ఐఎమ్ ప్లేయింగ్ రావణ. బట్ కేవీ రెడ్డి రెఫ్యూజ్. యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఫిట్ ఫర్ దట్, యూ షుడ్ నాట్ డూ దట్, యు ఆర్ రామ, నీకు మంచి చెడ్డ పేరు వస్తుంది. బట్ దట్ ఫెలో డిసైడెడ్ చెడ్డ పేరు మంచి పేరు కాదు, రావణ్ణి రోల్ నేను వేయాలి, అది నా ఉద్దేశం. చివరికి అల్టిమేట్గా సీతారాయణంలో ఓన్లీ రావణ్ నిలబడిపోయాడు, రాముడు సీతారాయణ నిలబడలేదు. అందుకోసం అక్కడ ఆయన ఏం చేసినట్టే తను ఏం చేయదలుచుకున్నాడు, తన మనసు ఏం చెప్తోంది దాని ప్రకారమే వెళ్ళిపోయినాడు. దాని ప్రకారం చేసినాడు కాబట్టి అది గెలిచినాడు. అట్లా వీళ్ళ మాటలు వాళ్ళ మాటలు చెప్పేది విన్నాడు ఆయన ఎప్పుడో పోయేవాడు. ఆ తర్వాత ఒక సినిమాలో రాజు పేద అనే సినిమా ఉంటుంది, దాంట్లో బిచ్చగాని వేషం వేసి చాలా విపరీతమైన రోల్, అది చాలా బ్యాడ్ రోల్. అప్పుడు చాలా టాప్లో ఉండేవాడు. అతను రోల్ వేస్తాను ఒప్పుకుంటే మళ్ళీ ఆ విజయ నాగరెడ్డి చక్రపాణి వచ్చి, నువ్వేందయ్యా ఎట్టి సినిమాలు వేసేది, నువ్వు పాతాడు హీరోవు, సీతారాం పిల్ల పెద్ద రోల్ వేసినావు, ఈ బిచ్చగాడి పాత్ర ఎదిగేస్తావు చెప్పేసి. బట్ కామర్స్ నథింగ్ డూయింగ్, ఐ లైక్ ఇట్ దట్, ఐ వాంట్ టు యాక్ట్. నేను నా రోడ్డే నటంతా దాంట్లో చేయాలనుకున్నాను, నేను సాధించాలనుకున్నాను, అది నా సాధించాను. ఇట్ బికేమ్ బిగ్ హిట్ రాజు పేద సినిమా.
Everybody is playing a role. We are all in a drama. Keep on doing what best you can do at that point of time. Definitely you get a different role in the next Janma. That's what.
ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీ నాన్నగారు దేవదాస్, నేను మీ కాకుండా మీ అన్నని మీ అమ్మగారు చేసిన సినిమాకి సినిమా నీకు నచ్చకపోయినా కూడా మీ అన్న చూపెట్టాడు. ఎందుకు చూపెడతాడు? మీకు అట్లానే కూడా నేను నమ్ముకున్న వాడు ఎవరు ఉంటే వాళ్ళ గురించి కొన్నిసార్లు మనం అడ్జస్ట్ కావాల్సి వస్తుంది. లైఫ్లో
కాంప్రమైజ్ కావాలి.
కుటుంబం నమ్ముకున్న వాడి గురించి కొన్నిసార్లు సాక్రిఫైస్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. వాళ్ళతో పాటు మనం కూడా ఇదే చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. అన్నీ నాకు నచ్చినట్టే ఉండవు కదా. అలానే ప్రపంచాన్ని గురించి ఇక చేయక్కర్లేదు. నేను నమ్ముకున్న వాళ్ళ గురించి కలిసి పనిచేయాలి.
You have a Kudumba Dharma. Very simple is that. Professional Dharma is entirely different. Professional Dharma is whatever is I am asked to do, I should do it. But I know I am only playing 6 hours per 200 days or 250 days in a year. Let me do that job. Because that gives me money. My passion can be entirely different. So the profession I am not seeing passion, take it as it is. Correct? So I have a different role. That role I must balance. I must do what best I can do in that role so that I will get a better role. If I don't do good in my scientist job, definitely I would not have got. But I have a motive. Oh, this is what I want, for which I have to work like this so that my ambition will come without doing any mistake in my profession. If I do some mistake, they may throw me out, they may have my bad remarks, right? So I will do everything, but I know I am going to be this many years only. Those many years I will make them happy. So as long as you are in the house, you don't have much dealings with anybody in the house also. 20 years, when you live up to 60 years, 1/3 of our life we are sleeping. Do I have wife, husband, kids? Nobody with me when I am sleeping. Sleeping is individual. Suppose somebody says I am full-time social worker. 20 years you slept for yourself only, right? Is it for society I am sleeping? For you only. Next 40 years, if you take an account, how many years you will be studying, Not less than 2 years if you pass 10th class. Not more than 10 years, 6 years if you pass PhD, do some 3-4 postdoctorates. How much time you are wasting, you compute. Professionally, somebody says I worked 30 years. 30 years you are not working. 4 hours per day, 250 days is 1000 days only. Maximum 6 hours, 1200 days. 1200 days is 50 days per year. 50 days into maybe 30 years. 50 days into 30 years will become 1500 days. Divided by 24 hours, right? So you compute. You will see you are working less than 6-7 years. Maximum 40 years if you work also, 6 years only you worked. You life account like this. My book Life Made Simple, there is an accounts of life. Explained like this. Then you will know how much time I am wasting doing nothing. Nothing. Go here, go there, walk. What stupid thing you are doing. All waste. If you look at it, you will see lot of 18 years I wasted in my life so far. Is it not a shame?
No, I will do think in a reverse direction. When you are sleeping, you are enjoying.
That's what I'm saying. Enjoying only, I said.
While actually you are talking to people without doing your work, also you are enjoying.
It is not doing work. This is also working. That's what Krishna said. Every moment when your eyes are up, you are in karma. Thinking is also karma. But that karma which doesn't help somebody else is actually waste. Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyapi dehinaha sandosham janayat pratna tadaivam Ishvara pujanam. Ishvara puja is not ringing bell and putting all that is waste for you only. That is called ishtakarma. Selfish people do that. That is what Sanatana Dharma says. People waste lot of time. It's so rubbish and foolish for your satisfaction. What satisfaction you get? What is the common benefit? When the priest gives something to the God, what he says? Vairagya siddhyartham samarpayami. What does it mean? Without any desire he is giving. And the whole queue is with the desire only. You ask them, why are you doing this puja? They will give a big list. My guru was a tantri who teach puja who constructed temples. You tell me which Sanatana Dharma has got receipt making, telling your star, telling your tithi, telling your kula, dharma and all that. Nothing is there. This has become a big business. Correct, to some extent, all the temples were supposed to be learning places. Lot of slokas are taught, Vedas are taught. That is like a headmaster's room where lot of activity happens. People come and visit, they learn. Got it? So you have to teach so that the essence of that, every sloka is with a moral value, with a physical. When you take circumambulation around the temple, how many pradakshina is to be taken is prescribed. Read my Nitya Sloka book. Egam Vinayage Kuryal. One pradakshina for Vinayaka. And do like this many people. Ask them, are you pregnant or what? Only for pregnant woman this is supposed to be like this. Otherwise cross your legs, put the elbow onto the ground. Otherwise you are actually cheating God also. Either do it fully or don't do it. Why this? That's why the word ritual has become so much ritual. People do it ritual, no? What does it mean? Casually they do it, right? Puja is not casual. Only in front of Ganesha you are asked to do like this, because if you do like this you will never become like Ganesha. It's a physical exercise. So many things you learn about yoga. Look at yoga. Where Shirshasana is there. Shirshasana is part of yoga. All God would have been in Shirshasana. Show me one statue of God in Shirshasana. Is there anybody? Iyengar's yoga is Shirshasana. Most of the yoga which in terms of yogasana, what you do and call it as yoga, is Iyengar's yoga. And that is gymnastics. Read Iyengar's life story. Then you will know the modern yoga comes from Iyengar, who was wandering in Pune without a job. His cousin brother was a gymnasian. Both of them joined together, went to Mysore Palace. You can see a picture where Raja is sitting and Sai Baba is sitting beside as a small boy. I have a picture of his. That time Iyengar is showing all the circuses and all that. No, we don't ask basic reason for all this. When you ask a reason, you will realize whatever we do it very systematically. Don't ever, just because somebody is telling, don't accept it. Ask a reason. If you are a realistic person who has got Brahma inside, you want Saraswati out. Brahma's wife is Saraswati. Brahma is Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Brahma is a god of creativity. Creative people will start asking questions. Correct? So you should ask questions. In Bharatiya Shastra, Sanatana Dharma, it says, Yukti Yuktam Upadeyam. Without logic, if somebody asks you to follow, don't follow. Vachanam Balakatapi. Even a small boy comes and says it is wrong, tell me what is right. You must explain to him. Yukti Yuktam Upadeyam, Vachanam Balakatapi, Anyatranamavatyajam Apyuktam Brahmakatapi. Even Brahma comes and says, ask him why. Reason. Every small position, ask reasons. There are reasons. If somebody doesn't know, you will have to hunt for the reason. It's your job. Not that everybody follows may know the reason, but ask for the reason. When you know the reason, you know, oh, why am I doing it? Yeah, I am doing it because make my parents happy is my first responsibility. Correct or not? You don't know how long they will be there. After that, you don't cry. No problem. There is another movie for which the ritual, after death ritual, has been given a lot of importance in a village. Telugu movie. Ah, wonderful, good boy, love you. If you have not seen, see the movie. All to blind ritual. And if you look at the ritual, the whole thing is the boy is in love with a girl, that has to happen. He is making a lot of fun around, making in terms of ritual, and everybody believes that's the greatest ritual. Appaya Dikshidhar, you are on Telugu. He said, heard about Appaya, Google, if everything you can Google. Heard about him. You know what Shankara, he criticizes Shankara, saying that 3 mistakes he has done. 3 mistakes Shankara has done. You know what is the mistake? Rupam Rupa Vivarjidasya Bhavado Dhyaye Enayat Kalpidam. God did not have a Rupam. Shape is not there for God. Now you know Krishna, Rama, Sita, everybody has got a Rupam. Who gave that Rupam? His lokas gave the Rupam. God should not have Rupam, yeah? Arupi. Without shape is God. But somebody has written sloka saying God is like this. Seeing that, Ravi Verma made a lot of printing press. In there he printed lot of his girlfriend's pictures, and that is your Saraswati and all that in your puja room. The Saraswati picture you put is girlfriend of Raja Ravi Verma. He used to stay in Bombay because printing press could not be transported to Kerala. He was the Travancore king. He got a big printing press as an award for his best picture. So what he did? Installed in Bombay. So Bombay he had got lot of girlfriends. He was a king. Their picture he used to draw, print it, and that is distributed all through like Saraswati, Devi, different shapes, names. How do you know Devi is like that? Have you seen Peter Brook's Mahabharata? See, all these you should see. Peter Brook's Mahabharata. Then you will see Rama, Kshatriya is there. Who is that? Parashurama. You see Parashurama in the Peter Brook's Mahabharata. So funny. African. Krishna you should see. Vyasa you should see. It's all different shape because from their point of view it's a different person, right? Are you getting? So Appaya Dikshidhar said, Rupam Rupa Vivarjidasya Bhavado Dhyayanayat Kalpitam. Stutya Narvaj. We describe Saundarya Lahari is describing Parvati, spare part by spare part. What a shame is this? Understood? Not me. Appaya Dikshidhar says. Then what? Vyaptitvam cha maya krita. Bhagavan is everywhere. Where is Bhagavan? Everywhere he is there. That's our Bharatiya tradition. But we kept in few temples and saying, go there, you will get what? Heavy rush, nothing else. Everywhere it is there. Why do you want to go to big temples and huge temples and large temples? Architecture wise, I also go in different places to see. Devaghar I went recently. That's where Devaghar Shiva. Where? Who came? Ravana came there to do pray. That's a faith. Beautiful structure. Huge temple. I made a beautiful video of that. Devaghar DrTPS. Look at it. I go to all these places. And you know the priest, the chief priest, we were VIPs. One me and then another one, the Advocate General of UP was there beside me. And the priest keeps on saying, both of your wishes will happen, pay this much to him. And inside the Sanctum Saundra there are 7 priests parallelly. Pay 500, 500, 500. I never paid. All he paid everything. And then last he says, Devadaku, give it to Deva also. No, what this? With 500 rupees what Deva will do? We don't understand why that sanctity of that. Vyaptitvam cha maya krita. 3 mistakes we did. That's what he says. Doshatrayam. Doshatrayam. 3 doshat. Mat kritam. It is that we have done. Because we don't understand why that is essential for a different purpose. If the temple is not there, we were not even able to imagine God. My father is there. When he dies, I will put a picture and say, this is my father, this is my father, this is my father. But I know this is not my father. There is a picture of my father. I should realize it's only a picture. And if the picture is not there, my child will not know that my father's shape will not come into his mind. So imprint Bhagavan's picture in each one of us, that Sankalpa is given. So once you understand Sankalpa, then you will recognize everything around you. If logically we understand like this, the objective and scope should be understood very carefully. Then you will follow. Don't just become blind because my father has dug a well. Today that only gives salt water. Do I drink that? Still because I love my father, so let me drink salt water every day. It's dirty, I have to say it is dirty, right? I should reject it. What is good should be accepted, what is bad should be rejected. But basically we should accept, then do our own research to disprove it. First I know, oh, this is a phone. Then I will switch on and then experiment on that. If I don't even believe it's a phone, what do? I will not even take it also. No? To experiment with that, I should have faith. The faith should be there. The faith has to be intact. If that is inbuilt, don't ask means after some time you will reject. That's a problem. So you should ask. That is why we have Charvaka in the Mahabharata. Lot of critics were part of the story. So what is your takeaway? Yeah. You know it's mine. So why are you asking? You don't want to take it or what? Don't think. Without thinking it should come. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. He already told you are not there. He also told. What is your takeaway? Both of them told. What is your takeaway? Come on, somebody else. Finish the last few more minutes.
Don't accept anything blindly.
Don't accept. Ask questions.
Keep yourself busy all the time.
Yourself. Not mine. I am already busy. I wrote a lot of books when I was in Delhi because I had a lot of restrictions. I cannot talk to people. So that's the time. What I do? Read 5 newspapers. Look at what society requires. Then also time is not filling. Started writing books. then poetries will come. That's the first time I wrote English poems. There also, office opens only at 9, you cannot go 8:50. So diagonally opposite there was a temple. So I'll go there and sit from 8 o'clock. The door opens, I'll be inside first. क्या पवन कुछ मिला नहीं मिला
नहीं,
क्या मिला
फेस करो प्रॉब्लम्स को.
You should be much stronger. God will keep on giving you lot of problems.
Challenges.
A good driver is one when you have got the toughest road. गाड़ी साफ करके रखो सब. Then fine, enjoy.
So how could we be so much?
Don't call sir. Look at my face.
What I can call you.
Sir is a title. Sir Isaac Newton, Sir C.V. Raman. I wish I also have that sir. Sir Tagore. Correct? That they stopped. Now every person on the road also you will call sir. Conductor also is sir for you, right? Dr. TPS.
How could be so much punctual? Whenever I start doing a thing, whenever I want to get into college, I will, if there is class 9 o'clock, I will start at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. Some or the other work comes to me and I couldn't reach by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, sometime Prime Minister of India is busy than you.
That happens so many times.
Only one person in this country. After you, Prime Minister. Or you are higher than Prime Minister. So you are so busy. So many works comes to you. I don't have any job. So what I do is 4 o'clock I come here. I told my wife 4 o'clock I will start. But 3:45 I started. Understood? Because I don't have anything that 15 minutes to do there. So I started early. Then I packed a lot of things to keep in my house. Then I found that I have to give some chocolates and something to the gift to the granddaughter of Kuti. So that also collected. I gave her, played with there with some time. But then I will not play there and don't see the watch. Yeah, right here. That's it. Schedule it. Schedule it.
Basically, for example, last 6 months, you are continuously failing. That means what? You have to reschedule. Instead of starting at 8:30, you can start at 8:50 and I reach. You know, one or 2 days failing is okay. But continuously failing is what? Then you have judged. So instead of starting 8:30, how much before I have to start? You work out. Normally we don't do.
See, why do you look for last minute? When somebody, the problem is in academics, when the assignment is given, immediately the teacher will announce what? The last date for submission is. Correct? I scold all teachers for doing this. I will close if I get, there are 30 teachers when I give a workshop. 10 teachers give a response, then the next I will not respond. The first 10 only I will respond. There will be a competition, right? I taught environment science for engineering students. Environment science teacher left. The department was thinking, who will teach? I said, I will teach. You are not chemistry. How does it matter to you whether I am chemistry or not? Ask me anything from the subject, I will tell you. I am going to teach. So I taught. All the children were put. I will never teach subject in the syllabus. I will teach something else. It will be there in syllabus. You try. Look at it. It will be there. That's how I say. But assignment is whatever I taught, give me one paragraph in writing. Then your internal marks will come. 150 children. The first 75 only I will accept. 76th one I will reject. So everybody has to be fast, right? Is there a last date or a first time? First time. Everybody is fast. The rest 75, don't worry. Again you will get next chance. It's a competition. All entrance examinations are competitions. Who will do fast? Got it? Don't delay anything. Do as early as you can. Finish. If I have to process this video today, assume there is no internet, there is no connection, there is something else coming. For last 3 days, 4 days, what I have done, I already processed and already programmed and kept there. If I am not there also, it will go. No file on my table in 20 years kept on my table. As soon as it comes, action is taken, thrown, finished. I am free. There is a saying, 1 minute manager carries monkeys on his shoulders. There is a book, read that. I will only give prescription like this, lot of assignments. Because I am a good reader, right? 1 minute manager carries monkeys on his shoulders. You know what you do? I am a manager. You will come and tell me there is a problem. Okay, I will look into that. Give me the file. Send me that. Come and discuss with me. So what will happen? I am calling a lot of people and I will become so busy, right? I will ask, who has done similar problem in your office? I will tell you, X and Y. Go and discuss with them. Finished. I am free. I am throwing you out. So 2 ways to, either I can dispose in 1 minute or 1 minute I can take the problem onto me. So in government and all, what happens is the officer will always say, yeah, keep that file on my table. So every paper will be on my file. Instead of that, you make a note and send it to me. You know, I teach research methodology to teachers and all. 150 teachers will be there. I'll tell all of them, you send abstract in half an hour, you will get it corrected. 20-30 abstract will come at night. Everything will be done and then only I'll sleep. Why am I doing it? I am expecting more job tomorrow. Why are you delaying it? Because you are expecting you are more free tomorrow and today busy, right? Every day I want more job. Basic reason is every day I want more job. So I should finish it, right? If I am postponing for tomorrow, what is that your expectation? I am free tomorrow. I am never free tomorrow. I have got more job tomorrow, so I should finish it today only. Keep this in mind. You will become very punctual. Good enough? Krishna Garu? Google DrTPS. Whatever doubt you have, whichever, suppose I told illness, health, maybe ritual, Nitya Sloka, maybe Brahma, something I would have told. There are a lot of Subhashitams. Subhashitams, one sloka and explain the meaning A to Z of life. With the A only I speak about life. Similarly, 26 days I did continuously. On Z, 26. So write down all these DrTPS. My name is DrTPS. Search whatever you want. Search life DrTPS. Engineering DrTPS. Maybe textiles will not be there, but we can have a dialogue one day. Okay. I'll tell you about chemical engineering in that. I'll tell you about coloring, everything. I love clothes. I love textiles. I'll also learn tailoring. When I was in 7th class, I learned tailoring. I am a good tailor. I can stitch perfectly. But I learned cooking. So lot of things you have to. This is the time you have to learn. Do you know in textile you can have banana tree?
Banana fibers.
Eh?
Banana fibers.
Banana fibers. Recently I went to Kashi. Kashi, huh? Yeah, I think Amritsar I went. I purchased banana, the fiber sari for my wife. Then somebody said cane sugar also you can get. So cane sugar fiber also I got.
Yeah.
I get all the samples. If somebody says it's available, I will go and hunt and then buy that and then only I will come. So 2-3 saris when I go. She is happy, I am out. Because while coming she gets sari, right? I go to Calcutta, I buy a Calcutta sari. So she will go. Correct. I learned the fabrics. I learned every small things about it. I went to Banaras to see where sari is being made. Banaras silk. I went to the place where it is being waving. Then only I purchased. It's a learning. Kerala we have a special mirror, which is a metal, polished so well so that it becomes a. Every glass, the reflection comes from the back coating. So there is a distortion. if the surface itself is reflecting, that's the best mirror. So traditionally we had only, our kings and all had only metal mirrors. That's still manufactured in India, in Kerala. Aranmula Kannadi. Kannadi means mirror. Aranmula is the place. Google it. A small this shape will cost you 6,000 rupees. I went there to see how they manufacture, because that's chemistry. So I don't leave chances. When I travel somewhere, go to that extent. I went to Kathmandu for a program. That I stayed in a palace. Not palace now, the king stayed there earlier. So I did a beautiful video. I told the chef, I want to see the whole thing. Show me, because you can't even finish seeing it if you stay 2 days also. So I wanted a guide. Will you ask somebody, I wanted a guide, I want to show me. I shoot at the whole thing. So use every opportunity. Every opportunity should be used. Schedule your programs. When there is a traffic jam, enjoy. Enjoy the traffic jam. I know from here to Vidyaranya it takes only 1 hour when the Google says. But I will start 2 hours early. I am foolish, correct. But I know there could be traffic jam. Why should I delay? So instead of sitting at home, maybe near the gate I will park, and then in the AC I will sit, do some answering my calls, messaging, everything I will finish. Exactly the time when I have to be there, I will be there. Be punctual. Don't say that I am too busy than Prime Minister of India. Good enough?
మనకి చెప్పగానే వచ్చిన శిష్ కుమార్ గారు మన ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఒక 3-4 days దాకా అనుకున్నాం. ఆయన అగ్రి అయ్యి మనకి పంచులుగా వచ్చారు. మన తరఫు నుంచి స్మాల్ షాలో మన గోపికృష్ణ గారు.
All these are not required. No. We are all, I thought we are all a family, right?
No.
No? You are saying no.
No, you are family, but you are elder to all of us.
I am much younger than you. Younger than your wife. Don't see this. That is only magic. Magic of, just take this. I don't want to spoil it, otherwise. Thank you.
అలాగే మనకి హాలు అనుకోకుండా చాలా షార్ట్ నోటీస్లో ఇచ్చిన శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, తర్వాత మన వీణా గారికి కూడా ధన్యవాదాలు.
Annadada Sughi Bhava.
అన్నదాత అందరూ
అన్నదాత సుఖీవ ధన్యవాదాలు.
But the problem is Annena Kshanika Triptihi. Every temple it is written, right? Annadanam Paramdanam. Either you write 3 more lines or paint it off. It's wrong. Annadanam Paramdanam Vidyadanam Atatparam. Annena Kshanika Triptihi. Now dinner is over. When the breakfast comes, you will forget who has given the dinner. The life is only from dinner to breakfast. Yavat Jivam Javidya. I am sure this boy will remember this class throughout his life. Sometimes some spark will come, right? So throughout life what we remember is only Vidya. Yavat Jivam Javidya.
It remains us with us.
It remains. Even if it doesn't digest now, it may digest later. Good enough. So something without digesting is also good. When you hear somewhere else, I heard this like that. So be happy. All trouble should be enjoyed. It's like a mount climbing. Every step is very difficult when somebody pushes. But you take a thrill, it becomes thrilling. Correct? When you reach on top, when you look down, you will see, I climbed this much. Now this much only is there, right? Then the energy will come. So textile, any paper. Tell me the paper, Google Meet, I will teach you that subject. Take the syllabus, open it, I will teach you. That's a guarantee.
తర్వాత డాక్టర్ శశి కుమార్ గారు చెప్పాలంటే డైలీ ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇక్కడ కాదు త్రూ యుఎస్ కెనడా అంటే ఎందుకంటే నా బెంగళూరు పంపిస్తారు కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను. కెనడా, ఆస్ట్రేలియా, ఇంగ్లాండ్, దుబాయ్ అన్ని చోట్ల కూడా మీకు కెరీర్ గైడెన్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ రన్ అవుతున్నాయి.
No, the online has given lot of options. Philippines and all MBA classes, 500 students in MBA class. I am a leader for Lead Philippines program. Lead Philippines. That's an international program. American university will give degree, but I am teaching the paper sometimes.
అదే కాకుండా కెరీర్ గైడెన్స్ మనకేమి స్టూడెంట్స్ కానీ ఐటీ పీపుల్ కానీ దే ఆర్ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్ విత్ దేర్ పర్టికులర్ దేర్ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ఎలా చేసుకో గైడెన్స్ కూడా మెంటరింగ్ చేస్తారు. ఆయన పిలవడానికి కారణం ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఆయన ఒక గైడెన్స్ తీసుకుంటే మీకు ఫ్యూచర్లో ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. అండ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వెరీ గుడ్ హిప్నోటిస్ట్, సైకోథెరపిస్ట్.
I did not hypnotize anybody.
No, he is hypnotized. And not only that, he guided entire Kargil war from
Maps were given, many maps. Virappan.
Virappan also.
And our aircraft was hijacked and put it into where? Afghanistan. Kandahar. I gave the map of the airport. It's not me, satellite is there, but
To the terrorists or?
He is high in charge.
yeah, I think we should do something like that.
The mother-
Shambhu Mahadeva. Good enough?